Chelsea 2, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Yes, people, why football here? And what a game of football. It's ended 2-2 at Stamford Bridge, and that has been the best game of the season so far. Forget Brentford 4-0 United, forget Leicester and Arsenal competing in a 4-2 match. This game had everything. It had fights, it had goals, it had horrible defending, it had good defending, it had Kouliably with a screamer, it had Kane with a last minute goal. Everything you could ask in a football match, this delivered, so let's get through it. Of course, Chelsea, I want to say, overall dominated this match. And they'll be very, very disappointed to not come away with the 3 points, man. From start to finish, it was Chelsea's game to lose. They were beating Tottenham aggressively wise. They had more aggression. They had better passing. Jorginho was running the whole game from midfield. And neither Bentancur nor Hojbjerg was getting near him. But Tottenham did what they always do. And this is why I predicted them to finish second in the league. What they've always done under Conte. They stay in the game, man. They stay in the game. Even when they were under the ropes, they still managed to keep themselves in that match. Because I honestly think if Chelsea made it 2-0, it would have been game over. I think they would have run away with it. And Chelsea did deserve 2-0, to be fair, many times. Sterling missed a glaring chance. Gallagher missed a glaring chance even. But they had their chance. They actually had the first big chance through Kane. He got put through and he just dragged it wide. I did not expect it whatsoever from Harry Kane. I do think, though, if Son was in that position, it would have been 1-1. But a few minutes later, they scored anyway. Controversial circumstances. Kai Havertz was absolutely brought down to the ground, got his legs taken from him by Bentancur, I believe. But it just wasn't given as a foul. Wasn't given whatsoever. I don't know what the ref was smoking. I don't know what the linesman was smoking. It was a stonewall foul. 45 seconds later, Tottenham go up the other side of the pitch and score through Hojbjerg. Jorginho in his own box is doing dragbacks and skill moves. Like, what is he doing? It's not FIFA Street to be doing all that stuff in your own box. It falls to Hojbjerg, arrowed it from the right-hand side of the box into the bottom corner to make it 1-1. Undeserved, but Tottenham had a route back into this game. And I was thinking, oh my God, man. Chelsea are just throwing this away. Are Tottenham go on to win this game? Well, it turns out Chelsea, look, they got pulled back to 1-1, but they showed their mentality, they showed their determination. They went back onto the front foot and scored to make it 2-1 through Reece James. Horrible defending from Tottenham Hotspur. Just completely left, they just left their back wide open. Reece James had the overload and no one was defending him. Horrible from Lloris as well to let it in. It went in the middle of the net. And that was 2-1 Chelsea, and I thought, yes, Chelsea have brought it back to 2-1. And I thought it was game over. But then, in the dying embers of the match, a last second corner whipped in on the money cross, and who's there? Harry Kane's headed in via a deflection off Reece James, and that's 2-2. That sparked the temper tantrums, I should say, between Conte and Tuchel, and Tottenham steal a point at the Bridge. What a big point for Tottenham. Undeserved, but it's the points that matters, not the stats. And they get it, man. It's a massive point. I think any Spurs fan, with the way the game went, would have taken a point here, and they got exactly what they needed. They start the season unbeaten, 4 points out of 6, with a tough game away to Chelsea. They did the job there. Then at full time, as if the game didn't have enough drama, we now see Tuchel and Conte getting into beef again. I don't know exactly what happened. I think they went to shake hands and Conte wasn't a fan that Tuchel didn't shake his hand or didn't do it properly or something. He then started beefing Conte, and Tuchel started beefing Conte. The players got involved. There was some scraps going on. Long story short, they both got red carded, and we're going to expect some kind of touchline ban from both of them. But yeah, man, this game had absolutely everything. Just beef, the whole shebang. It's a great advert for the Premier League. I think for Chelsea, though, man, like, they had their new owner in the building, Todd Bowley, or whatever his name is. I think they've got to be disappointed, man. They literally played the perfect game. Offensively, of course, defensively, look, what can happen? Tottenham are a class side. They're going to have chances. They limited them to maybe 3 chances all game. All game. And they just happened to take 2 of them. Like, Chelsea played the perfect game, start to finish. They were controlling, had domination in terms of possession. They were all over Spurs like a rash. But they just couldn't put away their chances, man. It's why they always say you got to dispatch your chances in the Premier League. The game is never over at 1-0, 2-1. You got to make sure you put the game away. And that's the thing at Chelsea. Are they going to lack that mental edge this season, which is why they're probably not going to compete with the Man Cities and Liverpools of this league? I think it's definitely a point game for Spurs and definitely 2 points lost for Chelsea. Going forwards, Spurs, this is definitely their toughest game of the opening 3 fixtures. They also go to play Man City in a couple weeks' time. That'll be a tough game for them. But Spurs, Well, I think every team knows that Spurs is not an easy walkover anymore. Under Antonio Conte, they are not an easy walkover. They will stay in the game and they will be dogged and they will play tough and they will play rough and they'll play against the rules in many facets, but they'll do whatever it takes to pick up points in this league. And if that means they barge someone, if that means they pull someone's hair, if that means they commit crunching tackles, they will do it because they'll do whatever it takes to get a points in this league. And they did exactly that today. They showed what they're about and they showed why a lot of pundits have been hyping up Tottenham Hotspur, because a lot of teams would have wilted the way Chelsea played. It's not like Tottenham got a point and Chelsea were average. More often than not, if Chelsea play well at Stamford Bridge, they're winning the football match. 9 times out of 10. The only way Chelsea do not win at Stamford Bridge is if they have a bad game. Chelsea played perfectly today. They played brilliant. But they still did not have enough to beat this Tottenham side. It says a lot about Tottenham. It says a lot about the way they are structured under Antonio Conte. I still have reservations about the back five in certain matches. I feel like how it's still too negative for me, man. I know what it is, but me personally, just as a football purist, I love seeing expansive football, like the likes that Man City play, that Liverpool play at times. Those times where it's free flowing, you just worry about attacking, you're just putting on a show. Whereas the teams like the Tottenham under Conte are just very defensive, very resolute. As a football purist, I'm not a massive fan of it, but look, at the end of the day, man, football's become a results business, and Antonio Conte gets Tottenham Hotspur results, and that is exactly what matters. Let me know your thoughts of the match in the comment section down below, as well as if you're a Chelsea fan, Tottenham fan, or another football fan. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I still absolutely love this game. I would have preferred if Chelsea won, because obviously I hate Tottenham, but the way it's gone, that was a brilliant advert for the Premier League and a brilliant game overall. As always, if you're new around here and you love football content, make sure you subscribe on my road to 1,000 subscribers. I've been White Football, and I'll catch you lot in the next video.